See, from the Democrats' point of view, if you can think Democrats can't win, if you can debate or argue the Democrats can't win, they can only win if they silence you or dumb you down or poison you.
That came off slave plantations in El Salvador, Nicaragua, all the other places,
right?
And your husband's dead, and the Democratic Party takes you in and indoctrinates you into La Reconquista and into Mecha and La Raza and everything else, while you're going to go to New York and vote and put in a communist who just won. And she said, this Alexander Cortez said, winning the Democratic primary, moreover, not only is this about gender and race, this is about class, communism.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Well, everything is compressing. You've got Trump setting a meeting with Putin. That's up on Infowars.com. You've got the opposition being canceled and then them bitching and griping about it last night on Comedy Central. Another system, trying to launch another Colbert-style report to lie about us. They admit was based on us. Their main job was to try to get us shut down, so now they're shut down. They don't want to watch their crap. That's coming up in the next segment. But I meant to even start the show with something, but now I can't find it in my stack. It's just an incredible article where John McCain was quarterbacking. This has now come out via Judicial Watch documents. Was quarterbacking and running an entire operation. There it is. McCain's subcommittee staff director urged IRS to target conservative groups and, quote, bankrupt them. So I've got it in my stack if you guys can reprint that. And again, sensational. But here's what's more sensational. People ask why Trump can't get everything done. Trump was advised by Paul Ryan and others to appoint this guy at the IRS and to run things today, and they're still persecuting conservatives and conservative groups that want to get tax-exempt status and all this. So think about that. He'll be gone very, very soon, just like we identified the Soros mole, and it took us 6 months to finally get Trump to look into it. He discovered it and fired them all, McMaster, all of them. So, and listen, the White House, let's just say the campaign, the Patriots are literally asking you to keep ferreting stuff out, keep sending it, that they can't keep track of it all. He's got tens of thousands of people under him just in the first level. And they come in just like McCabe came in and said, sir, I'm loyal. I agree you've been persecuted. And he was the guy who was running the fake conspiracy. So it's just incredible that this is going on, Mike Adams.
Well, the deep state swamp, the draining that swamp needs to, of course, accelerate. But I think right now, before the midterm elections, Trump has to be cautious because Trump is winning right now the midterm elections in essence because of the unhinged nature of the left. We don't want to disturb that. Trump doesn't want to come out and, let's say, start issuing 200 arrest warrants for deep state operatives who need to be arrested, treasonous operators inside every level of the DOJ, some in the FBI, some in the State Department, and so on. But you want to wait on that, I think, until after the midterm elections because you don't want to give Democrats a chance to change the traction, to change the momentum. Right now, Democrats are losing big time because they're insane. And they're, Maxine Waters, again, is a gift to the GOP. I hope she goes out there and opens her mouth and keeps screaming and shouting and calling for violence and inciting mobs right now because that is what the left actually wants. She's putting a voice to it, and the reaction is going to be a red wave in the midterms, not a blue wave. So right now, I would say Trump is probably, my guess is he's probably being very cautious, watching and waiting. But after the midterms, once we have at least holding on to the House, holding on to the Senate, Trump is going to be on fire and unleashed. That's my prediction, Alex.
That's the word, too. And he's just stabilized the economy, and then really he's going to go after these folks. And, again, they did the whole Russia thing because they were in bed with China. They wanted to distract onto that. But they don't have anything to lose now. And I think Mueller's going to go ahead with his made-up stuff and put it out. So what do you expect to see there? Because Mueller's now saying, and they've got Senator Warner bragging, they're going to release it right before the election.
Well, it's going to backfire. It's absolutely going to backfire because think about it. The vast majority of Americans no longer trust the media. I think a recent poll just came out that showed that the majority of Americans believe that the media is deliberately publishing and spreading fake news, that they know it's fake.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten more support just on the street and people since the media puts all these hoaxes out about me and these fake lawsuits. People people go, Alex, we know that's not true. And when we really knew you were good was when they all really came after you like this.
Yeah, exactly. It all backfires in their face because they no longer have the moral high ground. They no longer are trusted. I mean, how many times have they come out with something like that hoaxed staged photo that became, you know, the
little girl was never taken from her parents.
Time magazine, right, exactly. And now, you know, the truth comes out. Time magazine is too late. They didn't vet the photo. They published it. They can't go back in time and remove that from the magazine cover.
When I saw Tom Arnold go, I met with Trump's lawyer and he's going to spill the beans with me together. He's got all the criminal proof.
Yeah.
I knew it'd be a selfie in a hotel, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But I knew instantly because it's Tom Arnold. I mean, these people are just lying scum.
Well, the other thing, Alex, let's think about this. They are actually not very intelligent either. I'm talking about these deranged, unhinged leftists. All they have left is crying, screaming, blaming, and violently attacking because they're animalistic. They've lost the higher brain function. Think about it. They're watching CNN and buying pharmaceuticals and poisoning their brains. Your viewers are going to InfoWars store. They're buying cognitive enhancing supporting products. I know I mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning.
Everything,
you're getting more
the left
intelligent.
Wants to abort everybody's babies. They want everybody on psychotropics. They want more nuclear reactors. That's the new leftist thing. It's bizarre. They flipped. And then meanwhile, they want to shut down supplements. And they say, I'm bad to say filter water. You're absolutely right. And then they want to firebomb Steven Crowder. He talks to like 20 liberals, and they go, yeah, we do. Well, you know, that's okay.
See, Steven Crowder's a smart guy.
But if you dump gasoline on them and lit them,
right.
I would never do that. But I mean, it's like they don't even get it.
But they're actually, and I mean this in a medical sense, they are stupid. They've lost their higher brain function.
Studies show they have lower IQs.
They have lower brainstem function, and what they're trying to bring across the border right now, frankly, you know, even though I've lived in South America, I've been a resident of Ecuador before, but what they're trying to bring across is not the best people of Ecuador or the best people of Honduras and so on. They're trying to bring across the most illiterate people possible who are, in many cases, fleeing those nations.
Most of the parents get killed coming through. It is beyond any nightmare movie. Yeah. Hundreds of thousands dead, road warrior hell, and then none of them are guilty of anything. It's all us. We're bad. We did something wrong.
Right, but see, from the Democrats' point of view, if you can think Democrats can't win, if you can debate or argue the Democrats can't win, they can only win if they silence you or dumb you down or poison you.
That came off slave plantations in El Salvador, Nicaragua, all the other places.
Right.
And your husband's dead, and the Democratic Party takes you in and indoctrinates you into La Reconquista and into Mecha and La Raza and everything else, while you're going to go to New York and vote and put in a communist who just won. And she said, this Alexandra Cortez said, winning the Democratic primary, moreover, not only is this about gender and race, this is about class, communism. And she wants free everything.
And she wants to abolish ICE. She wants no border control whatsoever. Think about it. She is calling for an invasion.
Cover a leftist event, they call the police on you and demand you be arrested.
Yes.
Oh, they call the police just like that.
Yeah. Well, where this is going is Democrats, I mean, again, the reason Google and Facebook and Twitter, the reason they have to silence conservative viewpoints is because if there is an allowed debate, Democrats lose the debate. If there is allowed free speech, Democrats lose because rationality and reason are rising in America among those people who can see what's going on, because there are enough people who learned real history, who grew up in a time before the mass indoctrination of children, who see what's happening to their country.
Oh, absolutely.
They're not going to stand by and just do nothing.
They say that the numbers vary. It was 2 million last year. Now they're saying it's 5 million have tried to flee Venezuela, and it's causing the collapse of all the countries around it. And so now people fleeing communism, just because they all voted for it. Remember, it was the first Hugo Chavez was a democratic socialist.
Right.
Then he was a socialist. Then he said, no, I'm a communist.
Right.
And now it's totally collapsed. Well, when it was a wealthy country, and now there's millions of people coming this way, and the UN has got them all ready and ordered, a bunch of Venezuelans who something like 80% are going to vote Democrat. And then they'll turn the same into that.
Exactly. They want to recreate the same chaos that they're fleeing, because they don't understand how to participate in a free society, in a constitutional republic, and the gift that has been to all of us Americans, and that gift is being thrown away by leftists. We're just abandoning this incredible gift that our forefathers gave us.
People start screaming at Steven Crowder when he's here in Texas, and the Democrats are saying we're going to firebomb you. They go, we want free health care. Canada's great. He's like, I'm from Canada. Both my aunts just died. They couldn't get health care. Every Canadian I know comes here for health care. Doesn't mean ours is perfect. The National Health Service is horrible in the UK. Yeah, they got more doctors per capita anywhere in the world. In Cuba, they give you a cane for a bad knee and a cane if you go blind.
Yeah, so it's a war on human freedom. The war is ramping up, and we are being targeted in the United States as the next intended destruction.
Because the globalists don't want prosperity. They've already got theirs. They're blowing up the engine. They're trying to blow our warp dry before we go to the next level.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the Resistance.
Support good oral health with our one-of-a-kind Super Blue fluoride-free products. InfoWars Life brings you a revolutionary toothpaste blend with iodine and nano silver designed to deliver a powerful clean. Enjoy a minty fresh flavor made with peppermint oil, or try our bubblegum flavor. Pair this groundbreaking toothpaste with the Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and supercharge your oral health. Our amazing mouthwash features natural oils and ancient ingredients used since Aboriginal and biblical times. Instead of containing fluoride, our Super Blue line is loaded with the good halogen iodine and an array of other beneficial compounds that have been hand-selected for their oral health benefits. Super Blue fluoride-free mouthwash and toothpaste are the first and only to contain all of these natural ingredients: xylitol, nano silver, and iodine. Notice the difference with our Super Blue fluoride-free products. Refresh your breath and invigorate your oral health routine at InfoWarsStore.com. That's InfoWarsStore.com.